All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the latest edition of Stoop Talk podcast, man. I am here with the usual suspects. To my left, we got DJ Active. What's going on?
What's going on, y'all?
After Active, we got Chase in the building, scratching his eyebrow. Active real light skin. What's up, Chase?
Oh, man, you gonna put me in a spot like that? That's crazy.
No, I love you, my brother. It's all good. Next up, we got Phresh. What's going on?
Yo, I'm going, dogs.
Yeah. After Phresh, we got Keds. What's going on?
Chilling, man. What's up?
Yeah. And we got a very, 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 very special guest in the building today.
Oh, man.
Actually, this is history because this is the first time we actually had an artist on the show. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
so,
word.
who better than our brother from another mother? We've been working with for 10 past years. You know, first started off as a business partner, but now he's like a brother to the family. You know what I'm saying? To BCE.
That's a fact.
And y'all know him as Mill Supreme. Mill Supreme is good, man. What's up,
man? What's up?
Yeah,
bro.
So what's going on, guys? Hey, I just want to say, like, now that we on air and shit, that I'm really proud of y'all, man. This is
Thank you, proud of you, bro.
This
proud of you
is
too,
fire
man.
to see brothers that you come up with, and you just see them doing something positive. This shit is fire as hell. Like, I ain't gonna lie.
Appreciate you, my man. So listen, for those that don't know, this is Mill's song that's playing right now
Facts.
from his new EP. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's called it's one of my favorite singles,
And it's called Favorite.
off of the new EP. Don't You Love Me? You know what I'm saying?
And
It's
it's called
out now.
Is that?
Yeah. And wait, let me release it. A little snippet, right?
Oh,
All right,
yeah.
so let's do a little
Yeah.
snippet, right? Let's get into it for a little bit.
Talk the talk.
You the type of bitch I end up hating. You the type of bitch I end up dating. When I look at you, I cannot take it. When I look at you, I see my favorite. You the type of bitch that drive me crazy. You the type of bitch I ain't replacing.
Gotta put a little sound effect on it, right?
This is my favorite line.
Bitch, I walk in like the man. Nigga never understand.
That's you, Phresh.
I can see Phresh just like, what it is.
Still, I took you home with me. Girl, I know just how it be.
Shout out to the other bro, Binks, too.
Yeah, shout out to Binks.
Binks produced.
We're gonna get
right
Binks
here.
on the show too at some point.
Facts,
That's my brother too. Me and Binks go way back.
Yo, if y'all want to listen to that, man, go to SoundCloud. Are you on SoundCloud, Spotify?
Yeah, Mill,
iTunes.
let them know where we can
iTunes.
find that.
Yeah.
So you can find that on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Apple Music. Tape is called
Everywhere.
Don't Love Me. It's everywhere, man. It's everywhere. It's a dope EP, man.
Facts.
Everybody go check it out.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I don't even really like. There's a lot of underground artists, I should say, that really can't rap, right?
My bro is not one of them.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm
That's
really
love.
just.
That's love.
It's actually content in his.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And let me actually tell y'all a funny story before we actually get started, right? So
Lance always got a story, by the way.
I do.
Jesus
you,
Christ.
bro.
Yeah.
First of all, we're not
you
saying
already-
we talking about Lance.
Active be having them undercover stories too. You be like, damn, how you remember that shit?
But funny story, right? So, Mills is a multifaceted, just like this show, right? If y'all remember, actually we know Mills because Mills used to, do our, parties. He's a videographer, photographer, you know what I'm saying? And that's how we met him at first. You talking about 10 years ago plus, right? So he was doing that, you know what I'm saying? And then out of nowhere, he came with this, rapping business. I remember when we went to the show with Super, and Super was telling the story about that.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody really knew that he rapped.
No, I'm not gonna say it was out of nowhere though.
Right.
We knew Mills could
Right.
rap because
You and
Mills
Keds.
yeah.
Right. And I remember my first time hearing him, he put a little snippet on Instagram. And it sounded like Jay-Z. And I'm like, yo.
I think I remember that
Yeah.
record too. I remember that record.
I'm like, yo, who is this? I'm like, yo, this is Mills? And Mills like, yeah, bro, it's me. He's like, yeah, I do a little, rapping thing. I'm like, yo.
1, 2.
Shout out to Super too, man.
Hit you with the kids.
D.
Oh, I ain't tell you.
Anybody who went to
That's how you gotta move in life, man.
to Super's and Mills and what was it? What was the release
It was a show. Super had a show, and we had that.
Told a great story about how, with you, and he was just motivating you to do it.
Super really been really instrumental in me even putting out music. That's one thing I could say. I remember we went to Israel one time, and
Israel.
Yeah, we went to Israel.
That's big.
You probably got like 3 passports by this point.
Yeah, I said, come on, man.
I'm just gonna say that.
How many people could say Israel though?
Israel's dope. Israel's dope, man. Israel's dope. Yeah. Shout out my boy Reality from Israel, all that. We went to Israel and we played a show. And Super just was like, yo, get up and rap. I'm like, what, nigga?
That story was funny.
Yo, just in Israel like that?
Yo, you gotta understand, these people in Israel was going crazy. They were going like, it's different because you wouldn't expect that. Like, like Super at the time, he was playing like, he was really heavy reggae, dance hall, like, so these people are going crazy. And he's like, yo, just rap. And then he's just like, he just pulls out a mic from nowhere. He's like, here. And I get on stage and I'm like, I say nothing. I'm like, yeah. Yeah.
The man turned into B-Rabbit.
Yo, OD. But it's crazy because they was still just with it. I was like, yeah. And I was like, yo, it's like, get me off this stage. But yeah, he always just been just real supportive and just
facts.
It's always just
super humble.
Right, it's crazy because, like I said, just like how I met Mills, I met Super around the same time too, and it's just crazy because, like I said, we all was in the night.
Right, and Super was a DJ.
Right, Super was a DJ.
For those who don't know,
right,
yeah,
it's crazy. So it's just refreshing to kind of see how everybody's lives just kind of change and which path we choose. You know what I'm saying?
It just shows growth.
Right, it does show growth. Even with Keds and Phresh with the the clothes. They started that a very long time ago. You know what I'm saying? We all at one point we were
and then Chase, he's just getting taller.
Right,
so, showing growth already.
Look at this man. But also, I got one more plug for Mills, which he's probably gonna laugh at this one because I remember this. So, like I said, this is a multifaceted show, and Mills is also multifaceted. Mills has another profession in his sleeve that I didn't know about until I think it was last year. That's when I discovered this secret profession, right? So I'm on Instagram and I see a video of Lil Mama. And I'm like, yo, wait, why I look like Mills is one of the backup dancers? Boy, I'm seeing some moves from Mills.
The gram was jokes.
Damn,
Mills,
that was hilarious.
Wait, you gotta tell us how that came about.
All right, man.
I missed that.
Because I didn't even know Mills could dance like that,
see
man.
that?
Yo. Yeah, that's crazy.
I ain't know Mills could. Shout out to Lil Mama, by the way.
Yo,
man.
that's crazy. I was just with Lil Mama too the other day. Shout out Lil Mama, just for even putting me in the video. So basically we just went to go and support and help out with her new single, her new release, and I was not supposed to be in that video. Like, I was not supposed to be at all. Like, bro, like, come on,
no
I'm not.
Shirt.
I got a short story for you on that too.
We gotta put the visual.
Oh my God, yo, that shit. So basically, we going through the whole time in the video and yeah, so we go through. What was that? Yeah, bro. We going through.
I got too much echo on this mic.
Continue, bro.
All right. So it's like a whole day of shooting. It's a whole day of shooting. I believe Walu is the director. Shout out to Walu. And it's getting late. Like, we on the last scene, and then Mama comes up to me. She's like, yo, Mills, I need you in this video. I'm like, nah, bro.
Wait, so did Lil Mama even know you could dance at this point, or she just thought that you just looked athletic? Or
I don't know.
Athletic.
What? Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy because I got a video.
I'm not even gonna say.
I got a video too of when she see me, like, and she was like, this nigga here. Like, it's crazy because we had this Asian girl, and she came and she was part of the crew, so she had to oil us all up. So she's oiling us all up, and she can't stop cheesing. Like she's just like, it's just
like oiling you up and and
like,
can't stop cheesing.
OD, like it's a bunch of black men. She's just like happy.
She
as
was in
hell.
her haven, son.
Yo, so now it's funny. So it's funny. So now they told us that we had to, stand up straight, and then we're just gonna keep a side to side wave. But the way I was positioned, I was actually tight because there was this Jamaican guy next to me, and he had full range. He was wilding. He was like, I was like, damn, I wish I was posed like him. Like he was bouncing. And the way I was positioned, I couldn't really do much. I could only do a little shoulder, and then on top of that too, I ain't never been in no damn music video, man. That's the video light is all up in your face. You trying to look at this shit. This is why I wear shades now. This is exactly why I wear shades now. But it was funny. It was a dope experience. Lil Mama still come ass to this day about that, man.
That's hilarious. What's the name of that song in the video?
Shoe Game.
Shoe Game.
Yeah,
Lil Mama. So if y'all want to see Mills oiled up,
damn, look, I just set myself up. Look, I just set myself up. Damn, I said that out of the genuosity of my heart. Like, damn, yo, just check out her video.
Oh shit!
Damn.
But shameless plug though. There's also a video for Favorite. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta look that up too. Mills Supreme Favorite. Let me ask you this before we actually go into the first topic. You plan on putting out another video from any of the EPs?
Yeah. So I mean, right now we have a video set to drop. I want to say a month from now. Honestly, it's just been me. I get real picky with visuals, like real picky.
I mean, you was a video.
You were, yeah. That's exactly
right.
You know how you want things to look.
I be on some Kanye shit, like my budget needs to be $1 million. Like, I can't. Like, I be just trying to just work with what I got. But yeah, I had to get over a lot of like personal things. Like, all right, I need to let's put it out. And one thing you also gotta understand too is that you can't like. You're trying to be a perfectionist. You just you do it to the best of your ability and understand that the next project will be better, the next visual will be better, and we're rocking out. So real soon, we got videos dropping for it.
You know
Probably
what song you're gonna do? You haven't figured that out yet.
I haven't figured that out, but I'm in the ballpark. Favorite, Focus. Gotta say,
I like Focus too.
And Whoa.
Whoa!
I already told you that's my favorite one out of the EP.
Whoa! I ain't even. By the way, Super produced that.
Really?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Super. Yeah, produced by Super
Duper Humble. Big up yourself one last time, man.
Yeah.
I gotta hit on my brothers Super and Big Binks to see if we can get them on the show in the future. You know
tell you,
those
man.
are my guys.
Yeah.
But
very great guys.
Yo, I would say this is the longest introduction.
Yeah.
First it was. That means we getting bigger and bigger.
We got to
you know
do something for the bro, though, man. This is a decade plus.
Man.
Mills is family.
I'm the one that's honored to be here. Like this shit is crazy. Like I'm not just saying this because y'all my brothers. This is dope.
Fact.
This is dope.
We trying. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to the Brooklyn podcast studio and stuff. So
Word. Real talk. Like what y'all doing here, man.
Yeah.
Shout out my man Brian on the behind the lens.
And he was early
Brian
today.
Building.
So shout out to Brian. You get a drop for that.
You rocking and rolling early today.
Yeah.
Right, but so we gonna get started. You know what I'm saying? So since we was already on the topic of music and we got our first artist here, I guess it's only right to start off with this topic to begin, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a very heated debate when you go into the barbershops. Niggas is, debating and talking about this all the time. You know what I'm saying? This is a topic that's just never going to end. You're always going to have different opinions on this, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to set it off here. All right. So Stoop Talk, out of these 6 freshman albums, right? Which of these?
I thought it was 5.
Not 6, actually. It's 6. But yeah, out of these 6 freshman albums, right? Which one had the most impact, on you? So here is the list. Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent. Reasonable Doubt, Jay-Z. College Dropout, Kanye West. It's Dark and Hell is Hot, DMX. Ready to Die, Biggie. Illmatic, Nas.
Jesus.
Mills, you are the artist, so I got to start with you first.
Wow. That's going. I'm gonna keep it real with you up top. Kanye West, College Dropout. Who would give me a run is Reasonable Doubt. I can't ever stray away from anything that Kanye does. I think that personally, College Dropout really was the most influential on
for you.
Me. Yeah. Like I grew up Reasonable Doubt. I honestly even
I understand what you're saying though.
Even with the other talented artists that's on there, things just resonated different with me when Kanye dropped College Dropout. All Falls Down, just even the whole, just even being able to put up a record about Jesus and it doing what it did. Like you can't. His ideas are there. His ideas are there.
And to talk about Kanye just briefly, I know we're gonna branch off just slightly a little bit, but by you saying that, man, it makes me happy but sad at the same time to see.
Sad? Why sad?
Why sad? Why?
Because
sad?
I'm not a fan of Kanye anymore, man.
All right. So
why?
Why?
I hate this foolishness.
What foolishness though?
Musically,
I'm trying to understand.
You have to separate the artistry from the artist.
Listen.
You can't say you're not a fan of Kanye's art.
Listen,
he's very talented. He's very talented, man. But
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this.
I like what Kanye is doing.
Me too.
Personally,
you know why? Kanye's saying nothing different now than he said before.
Facts.
The difference is now is that
it's more broad.
It's more broad, and then not only that, in College Dropout, late registration days, Kanye was like really, really rapping. You understand that? Imagine what that does to a person that's not in the things that this is his idea of what the world may be like. Now he's in it.
He said, not to cut you off, he said something that sparked my brain, and that's why I said I like what he's doing. He said, we always try hate first.
Yeah.
We never tried love.
No.
So even if, you get close to your enemy by, rubbing shoulders, even if he look at, the president as an enemy, or we look at him as an enemy. So what he's trying to do, since he has the resources to get close to him, probably he's trying to show love to maybe, what I'm saying,
do you believe that's what he's doing?
Yeah, I do.
I think
to maybe change his perspective on how he's going about things, because we could always do hate and then nothing changed. So he's just saying, why not try love and see what this man is doing, and so he could listen to me and see if he could change. But
also too, like, and I just want to say too, the only problem I be having with people like that, or like even, you can't cast Kanye out
at all.
That's equivalent to like you having a man for like 10 years and then he just do some whack shit. He going through a whack period in life. Like, you don't cast your brother out when he's going through some shit. I mean, you might step away and be like, you know what, I'm not rocking with what you're doing right now, but you don't cast him out. Like, if anything, you try to help.
That's right.
It's crazy because look at now these Sunday services that he's doing. And look how, and Kanye said something a long time ago that really resonated with me. He said, honestly, first they hate you, then they love you, then they hate you again. If you understand that, then I think you would understand why he's doing what he's doing. You don't do it for people anymore. You do it for your cause, and he may not always have the right way to speak, but look at the trajectory. He's been talking about slaves and just being yourself and being able to explore your creativity. And the minute it's not something that we're used to, we
look at the government shutdown.
You understand?
People were still working.
So now, don't get me wrong. I wasn't agreeing with some of the things that he was doing. You know, the hanging with Trump, the putting on a hat. You know, like I'm not agreeing with it. But at the same time, too, he's still a legend and a genius, you know? Like,
Phresh, you laughing?
No, he laughing at me. I can't.
All right, so we did go off topic a little bit there. I mean, I do really want to touch on that, but I think we're going to save that whole conversation for like another day.
So, kids.
Go ahead, go ahead, Active. You're the DJ. So,
oh, man.
You're technically, next after the artist is the DJ.
For me, you know, I'm an old head, so now it was Reasonable Doubt for me. Reasonable Doubt. I was like 10 years old, and I was DJing at 9, so I was listening to like stuff that I wasn't even supposed to be listening to. And as I grew a little bit older, his message and Reasonable Doubt got clearer to me. Basically, I just like bars and stuff like that.
100%.
Yeah,
A lot of the stuff he say don't hit till.
But when I got
Still
older,
listening to shit
what
now.
I'm saying, I was
5 years
10 years.
later.
But I was 10 years old. So when I got older and went back and listened to, you know, certain stuff, I was like, ooh, I didn't even notice he said that the first time. You feel me? I was like 15.
The way he said it.
It's the way he said
100%.
it. You know what I'm saying? He like everybody's looking at 444 as he's dropping jewels or whatever. Like he's been doing it from the first from the first album. So he has, and I don't think nobody's gonna ever do it like him again because you know him, Biggs, Dame, they started their own company. You know, he even says it himself. Like you still getting deals, getting raped, whatever, blah 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 blah. This and that, but it's hard for people to start their own label and stuff like that and get their own masters. So what he's trying to do is show you ways that you could do it or go about your business or whatever like that. Like at Troy Ave, he got, you know, everything that he sells, it comes to him. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm pretty sure that he probably listened to Hove and, you know, wanted to be independent. So Hove
Nipsey Hussle's another one too. He owns his own, all his masters.
Yeah, so I respect Hove. I think Hove got the biggest influential on me. No, huh? Oh yeah, the blueprint. Yes. So yeah, Reasonable Doubt did it for me. I'm gonna keep it like that. Short.
Chase, how you feel?
I'm with Active, man.
Hove.
Reasonable Doubt is
You gotta speak because we can barely hear you.
Reasonable Doubt to date is my favorite album.
Sheesh.
Simply for the fact that I can always go back and hear some shit that I did not hear. Just like on 22 Twos.
Facts.
I haven't heard everything on 22 Twos. And I'm sure you haven't either.
Yo.
And you probably won't for like 10 years.
Yo.
Shit.
I'm lying, cats. 22 Twos. Every time you go back and you listen to that, you be like,
well, Hove need to drop the full record to 44 fours though.
Facts. He never did that.
He never did.
I don't think it's an actual. I think he just did it live and
that shit go platinum first week. Just drop it right now.
Just a single by itself.
Yeah, live too.
Right, 44 fours. Yo, Hove did a lot of. He did a lot for the community as well. You know what I'm saying? He's doing a lot for people that, you know, you don't even know, you know what I'm saying, like certain stuff that he's doing for rappers and he just be in the forefront.
Then again, when he was doing all of that back in the day, social media wasn't
what it was.
So therefore, you wasn't going to hear a lot of things that they would do in other cities, other towns.
Exactly.
You wouldn't hear that.
Yeah. You know who kept it real? Cam. I was surprised. Like Cameron spoke about Jay. He was like, before rapping, like he had a fish tank in his crib, and you know what I'm saying? Like Cameron was saying how Jay was. So he didn't change the way he was, you know, he been. So I would, yeah. Well, Phresh?
I'm assuming Phresh and Kets, they're both gonna say Jay-Z as well.
I mean, he might say something different.
Don't tell me what I'm gonna say.
Go on, Phresh.
Stay saying that.
Damn.
He might say get rich or die trying.
Look, this is a difficult topic for the simple fact that when you have the top 5 conversation, a lot of the artists that album is on this list are in my top 5. And a lot of these albums that's on this list are my favorite albums.
Right.
So it's a little bit difficult.
I ain't gonna front. You missed Tupac.
And a lot of them have features together.
I'm surprised no one said Nas.
We did
not really.
We still got 2 people left to go. But look,
so,
I think
no, you got 3 people. Lance is still there.
Well, Lance's album is not on this list.
It's not on this
he
list.
wants to talk about
But
Drake.
he still got to choose from this list.
He got to pick the person closest to Drake.
Get rich or die trying, just so you don't have to say.
Nigga, I'm with you.
He might just pick Drake just out of, you know, even though he's not on the list.
And how about this? And there ain't nothing wrong with that.
I mean, we gotta stick to the list.
Nah, but I mean, in all actuality, I think I do got to go with Reasonable Doubt for a few different reasons. For
in terms of had the most impact on you, right?
On me, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like when you picking an album off this list, you're gonna go with what you can relate to the most in the walk of life that you choose. I wasn't surprised to hear that Mills went with College Dropout because he's an artist. So when you look at somebody that's going into the studio and creating, and all of the things that he's been doing has been in a creative space, Kanye is probably, I would say, the most creative on that list.
Absolutely.
So I feel like he would relate to that the most.
Hands down.
So when you listening to, as an entrepreneur starting businesses, and you listening to albums like Reasonable Doubt, you hearing messages that you can use and relate to what you do.
Facts.
So when you hearing albums like Can't Knock the Hustle, you know, and that thing, and those type of songs,
Politics as Usual,
right?
Oh
You
my
hear
God.
all of those tracks, especially
big song.
you growing up, you hearing about Brooklyn stories.
Yeah.
Facts.
We Brooklyn boys. So when you hear him talking about driving down Myrtle Ave, I drive down Myrtle Ave too. Like, it's more relatable than majority of those things. But I would have to go with Reasonable Doubt too, for that simple fact that being an entrepreneur, I can relate to those messages that's in that album the most. But
feeling it.
also, you know, also
Feel
being
the legs
in a musical creative space as well, Kanye obviously would have an impact too. But I feel like for what I'm doing predominantly, Reasonable Doubt is it.
And I used to listen to Get Rich or Die Trying.
That's a fact.
a
That's
lot.
a fact. That's a fact.
Don't get it twisted.
Those albums are in
I
heavy
mean, and I
rotation,
think
trust me.
this list is basically how old you are too. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Because
Yeah,
there's a lot of
that said Tupac was boring or some crap.
Well, this is the thing too.
Who said
active.
that?
You gotta,
One of these new artists, some bozo artists.
but you gotta understand, like,
yeah,
He didn't grow up in that time,
Yeah,
but-
yeah. It depends on how you grew up, who you grew up with.
That I think
and
because
you know a lot of people.
when Reasonable Doubt dropped, how old?
I was 10.
And it dropped in 96, right?
96.
I just
But
told
look-
my age on the low.
But look,
Yeah.
Bro, I
the
was
reason
5
why-
years old.
The reason why I
Facts.
can't even really fully agree with
Yeah.
that statement, though, for the simple fact that
No, but
If
that's
you're-
what I'm saying. It depends on how you grew up. Because
not even that.
And
Because
who you grew
if-
up around.
If you are a fan of hip hop, you're gonna do your research and you're gonna listen. You're gonna say, why everybody always talking about Reasonable Doubt? Why everybody always talking about
some people
this?
are ignorant
and they gonna go
dumb
listen
and
to
knowing
it.
Yeah,
and don't go back.
But if
I
you're
agree
a
with
fan,
Active, though.
but if you're a fan, a true fan of hip hop, you're not a true fan of hip hop if all you like is.
Okay, but
I
the
think
thing
it was
is,
21 Savage that said that.
But
I
nah,
think
it was
no,
thing
no, it
is,
wasn't 21 Savage.
you can't
It was,
determine what's a true fan
the
of
white
hip hop.
boy with the tattoos on his face. I forget
They
his
might
name.
be just a different. They might be a fan from a different.
Because hip hop
generation of
naturally evolves on its own, so you
Yeah,
can't
bro.
determine what's a true
That's
fan of
true.
hip hop.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
because-
what happens now, a lot of people who are
A lot
listening
of-
to this
a
new
lot of-
kind of music, they're
and-
not really going
and a
back.
lot of
Out
these
right
artists-
now, I don't call it hip hop.
All right, but a lot of these artists too,
That's just
they would
rap.
just say something because it's politically correct. Like if somebody say, you know, the top 5, they'll probably say, yeah, I put Big and
Nah,
J up
but-
there and stuff like that because everybody else saying it.
Nah,
But
but-
and they true self with their friends, they probably won't even do that. You know what I'm saying? They'll probably just do it for the
culture.
culture. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, but I'm gonna tell you one thing, not to cut you too. The only thing I hate about the top 5 discussions is that when you're a person that lives in New York or you even admire New York,
They expect you to
yeah,
always
because
say New York.
not for nothing. Just like Kez was
But-
saying, just like like Kez was saying, bro, you could go. I take you right now to Atlanta, Alabama, Kansas, parts of California, not LA, like just the other parts of California, Long Beach, bro. That top 5 list is totally different,
Mm-hmm.
They would tell you E40.
bro. I'm telling you, like,
Too short.
I mean, off
and
this
these-
list, I
and-
like Slim Thug.
and I'm telling you, like these
And
are
Two-Face.
like these are legends in their own right. Like
Mhm.
you can't go to Houston and not mention the Slim Thugs, the Pimp C's. Like you can't go to the Bay and not put E40 in a
100%.
top 5 category.
Yeah.
So it's like
But now that goes into work now. All right. Like let's just say who can I say, like if we go like Trick Daddy or something like that. How much albums Trick Daddy did?
don't matter.
Doesn't
Wait.
matter.
Wait, no, but
Down
that's
south, he's a
No.
god, son.
Let's see. He getting fired up. I'm telling you.
Down south, he's a god. He's
Right.
like
No, but no.
Boosie from
Let
Miami.
him finish. Let him finish.
yeah,
finish.
I understand what
Oh,
you're
all right,
saying.
go ahead.
Like people who like to argue, like saying you can't mention this person because he did this and did that. All right, yes, he did. Or his first, like all his albums was how. Let's just say he has 4
Yeah, yeah,
albums. Now you compare it to Jay's freaking 15 albums and what the work he put in for all his albums, and he has more songs, more lyrics, more features.
Right, I do.
You know what I'm saying? So that causing that all comes in because
I do think your catalog has to play a part.
Your catalog have to play a part because basically it's like with the basketball thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna label LeBron James over Jordan because Jordan didn't lose in the championship.
But you know it's a little. There's a little fault in what you're saying simply because of Biggie. Biggie's catalog is not extensive
at all.
But
I don't consider him the greatest of all time.
Huh?
It's Fuego.
It is, but I'm saying his catalog is not extensive.
It's not.
You can.
But you're paying respect now. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm not gonna say Biggie's the greatest to me because
I don't even.
I feel like Jay-Z's the greatest. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's interesting.
Yeah, but even though Pac and Biggie, you know what I'm saying, they did great things. Pac said a lot of revolutionary stuff, but for what like I said, what Jay did, I can't say that they better than Jay at all.
And like I said too, and this is why I brought up the whole New York thing. Remember, we're from here. Like Jay had a huge impact on here. Yeah. I'm not saying that he's not impactful across the country. He's impactful across the world.
Right.
But I'm telling you, you could go.
But I must say,
start?
No matter where you go, I do feel he'll be in anybody's top five.
He deserves to be in everybody's top
five.
I agree with what you're saying, but at the same time, I feel wherever you go, he's gonna fall in that list.
Of course.
Even if they put him at number 5, he's gonna be on everybody's list.
Where did hip hop start?
In the Bronx.
In the Bronx.
In New York, right? Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Like let's just say somebody who's from ATL. You know what I'm saying? Of course they're gonna put on. Of course they're gonna put on people from they state because that's their state.
It's also like, my bad, bro. It's, remember at the same time, music is a feeling. Like that's what moves culture, bro. Like when Jay was talking, you felt that shit. And it caused Jay has this like this boss stigma on him. Yeah. Like it's gonna forever live. Like you feel him when he talks. Yo, I'm telling you, Boozy's
there's a lot of people that won't even go back and listen to Jay albums that's out of New York.
Right, because
they're not gonna understand.
But they're not even tailored to this type of rap.
Right.
Yeah. Remember, we call anything outside of lyrics or
metaphors,
potent content and metaphors, we call that like bullshit rap.
Mumble rap.
I done seen Kid Cudi go on stage and harmonize, and you can't tell the 20,000 people that's harmonizing with him that's not music. Now, is it my cup of tea? No. But how you really, like, that's like somebody going, like, there's really people out here that like I like Travis Scott. And to be honest, Travis Scott has honestly made his way.
I think he's very creative.
He's a dope artist. He's
amazing.
Creative.
You can't tell the people that follow him that he's not as better as a Jay or
Well, here's where I would disagree with that though, because for the simple fact that you got to look at. I feel like you can't compile a list like this without certain criteria.
Certain people. Okay.
No, not even people. Certain criteria. You have to meet certain criteria to come into this category. So
that's a fact.
Where if we're gonna compare Travis Scott to Jay-Z, I wouldn't even do that.
No,
Travis Scott is a dope artist.
Of course not.
I'm a fan of
I think
Travis.
I think Young Thug is a dope artist too.
Yeah, you always praise Young Thug.
You gotta.
I don't. All right,
you gotta look at
I said. You said you, you always do praise.
But listen, but that's just to show you though. That's just to show you. I'm a Jay-Z and Young Thug is not even the same.
They're not in the same bracket.
They're not even the same bracket. But that's just to show you
you're versatile and your liking is versatile. That's what that
being a fan of somebody doesn't mean that they have to be one of your greats.
Right.
They could be a favorite artist of yours, but you can't put them in a category without them meeting certain criteria first.
There's black and white. It's paper. You know what I'm saying?
Keds, we got to get to you, and then we're going to switch off. But Keds, so let me hear what you're on.
It's simple, man. It's Hove all day for me. You already know.
I knew that was going to happen.
That was easy, man. basically, I see how activist said he was like 10, 11. So we like around the same age. Anyway, we acting like around the same age. I'm like 10, 11 years old listening to Coming of Age every single morning.
Jeez.
Coming of Age.
Every single morning. Before I go to school, I'm listening to Coming of Age. Before I walk out my door, I'm listening to Coming of Age every single day, bro. Every single day.
And you know that feeling that you feel that when you listen to Brooklyn's Finest, is like, damn, he's shouting out all the hoods.
That's a fact.
And you know, when Biggie was rapping about the faith thing and the metaphor that he did with that, like,
Kid it.
So I'm like literally Notion was is my corner. So nigga, he always used to talk about Notion. So I'm coming outside just hearing Hov and listening.
You just visualizing everything that he's saying. You know what I'm saying?
Feeling good.
And for Mills, like, you know, Phresh said, you just visualizing his creativity of how he's going about music. So I could, like we said, I can understand what Mills is coming from. And like I said, it depends on, you know, how you going about your life and what it impacts on your life. You know what I'm saying? If you're, like you said, business-wise, you probably run with Jay or whatever because he has messages in there. You know what I'm saying?
So what a surprise. Four out of the 6 people pick Jay-Z.
No, go ahead. Pick.
What a surprise.
I mean, I think he's going to pick Jay-Z too.
No, he's not.
Absolutely not.
He's not.
I don't think he's ever heard Reasonable Doubt.
And honestly,
Don't disrespect me like that.
No, I really wouldn't think that you would have
just-
You probably,
I don't think he
Volume
you
one?
probably listened to it, but you
I don't think he
didn't
understands
hear it.
Reasonable Doubt.
He ain't hear it.
Listen.
Do you listen to music or you just skim through it? You know, that was one of the lines.
I know, Renegade. Renegade when she got bodied on by Eminem.
all right,
Oh my
nah,
God.
yeah,
We're not
let's-
gonna do
let's-
that. We're not
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
do
sure.
that. We're not
Anyways.
gonna do that.
No, I like Jay-Z.
Just
Jay-Z's
know
not-
that the man you praise,
He's not-
praise him. You know that, right?
Fact.
All right.
Well, listen, y'all know I'm a
And he
Drake guy.
sunned him on Pound Cake, but continue.
Yeah,
okay.
And he definitely sunned him on what's the
Lights-
first one they did?
Lights.
Nah, they both went.
First of all, he taught Drake
Nah,
a lot.
I ain't gonna lie. That triple
taught-
entendre, that boy, I don't know, man.
That was, Jay-Z's verse is good on that.
Jay-Z.
It was good.
Yeah.
What was the first? What's the first one they did? What was
Light
the-
Up. That's what you're
Light
talking
Up.
about.
Light Up. I was about to say Lights Out.
Light Up. Jay-Z took over that whole song, bro.
Anyways, let me get into my. All right,
just
so
say
for
your
me,
selection.
out of this list,
He's gonna pick Nas.
No,
Nah, he's not.
I'm not gonna pick Nas.
No.
Well,
It's like
Keds,
50.
who do you think I'm gonna pick?
Nah, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's
I thought it was gonna
Probably
be 50.
50.
You know, I was struggling between two. Believe it or not, I already said how I felt about Kanye early on. I mean, the way how he's progressed over the years. But it was actually between him and Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent.
Kanye and Get Rich or Die Trying.
But ultimately, I decided to go with Get Rich or Die Trying. And I'll tell you why.
It was a
Why?
great album.
Yeah.
Get Rich, right?
Absolutely.
Let me
Straight
tell you.
through.
I'm gonna tell you. Right. So, a little
the
brief before we
fucking
switch to the next
coin
topic.
dropping.
Yeah.
So I was in. I'm pretty much younger than everybody here, minus Chase.
All right. Don't do that.
So when Get Rich or Die Trying dropped, I was in junior high school, right? And I didn't know where this 50 Cent dude came from, nowhere. But basically, he was
really
just this
didn't,
dude.
though, but-
He was just this. To me, he was like this superhero person.
Superhero.
Got shot 9 times and survived. I'm like, and then he just came on the scene like so hardcore. Pause. You know
Which
what
is
I'm saying?
crazy because your brother and his older friends used to listen to all the G-Unit mixtapes. You never heard any of that?
Son,
Nah, I never paid
when
attention.
I was just listening to
Let
the
me tell
other
you
day
something.
on I put it on Snap.
God's Plan, all of that?
When G-Unit was on Hot 97 and they had the
Classic.
whole
Talking about power of the dollar and all that.
Classic
Nah,
freestyle.
nah,
Get
back
it,
then I
Banks. Shout out to
never
Lloyd
heard of it.
Banks.
I'm not
too.
even
That
talking
was
about Power of
classic.
Dollar. No. I'm talking like the real mixtapes. Like,
Yeah,
But
50
that was
tearing
that
mixtapes
was
up.
was one of
during that was a little after. Get Rich or
Yo,
Die Trying.
I ain't gonna front. 50 made me kind of like dislike Ja Rule.
Nah,
Ja Rule was that nigga.
That's
though,
how
son.
powerful 50 was. I was like, yo, this nigga
But
is
anyways,
a
let me
gangster
finish
for
what I was
real.
saying.
Yeah, finish what
And I
you're
didn't
saying.
know
Yeah.
Ja
We gotta
Rule-
go to the next
Yeah,
topic.
finish what
But
you're saying.
yeah, so when that came out, right? So I'm just seeing this guy basically survive from getting shot 9 times, and then he had this, you know what I'm saying, this real gangster, persona. You know what I'm saying, wearing the bulletproof vest during his concerts. I'm like, yo,
And the
nah,
do-rag.
this. I'm like, yo, nah, this.
hold on, let me
nigga is-
finish.
I'm like, yo, nah, he's lit. And then his music was just so like, it's like,
Raw.
damn, son, you really felt like
What, that you have to run for cover?
Right, or you can rob somebody or run up with somebody. Like,
all right,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna pause real quick. Hold on.
Let's run to the store.
No, wait, no.
Atlanta's
Listen,
not like that, by the way.
was
How does it
impact
influence
on you?
Nah,
So, hold on. My question is, so did you go outside and start robbing niggas?
Hold on.
Like, that's what I'm trying to understand. Did you get a gun and like
running up on niggas?
Did you have the bulletproof vest?
All right.
You was trying to get shot 9 times?
Nah.
So how did it have an impact on you?
Oh, y'all, listen.
I'm listening.
All that just so he don't gotta say Hove, son.
But I'm trying to understand, how does it have an impact on you? What did you learn from that?
Let him finish.
Can I finish?
I'm listening.
You learn how to be a bully. That's what you learn.
Nah, I was never a bully.
I heard you was knockout Ned. Stop
Oh,
playing.
yo, listen, stop. But anyways,
I already know about you, bro.
For me, his just music. I just was a fan of just, all the songs that he dropped when I first gave it to that trying. Just had a melody. And I don't know, I just felt like he was just
Still
this
not
big.
answering my question.
Bro,
Can I get into
telling us
it?
why you like it. You're not telling us why.
But I just
how
felt
it
like
influenced you.
it stuck with me. Like,
But
I mean, I
what's the
can't.
impact?
This
I'm
is
trying to explain
Let me
that.
show you what
It's-
influenced him. Because that's all you heard on friggin'
Every
Who Kid.
track. Who kid? Yo. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was lit though.
No.
That shit was
I know.
lit.
All right.
I'm just trying to understand the impact. That's what I want
to
to
be
know.
fair, I think what our brother's trying to say is that the presence that 50 Cent came with
It was something I've never seen before.
But it didn't. What was the impact?
What was the impact?
on
That's
you?
the
You
question.
go out and do.
Meaning, I
Like
just-
Mills
listen,
explained
I
why
gravitated to that music because it just
But
it
what
made
was
me
So
feel.
basically, you
impact.
gravitated towards gangster rap.
It made me feel strong.
But
So
he's
it made
not
you feel
answering.
strong.
That's
No, I think he answered.
So that was the impact. It made him feel
bullshit.
strong.
it just made me.
Bullshit.
Your
I
boy
don't know.
come
I
out
never.
the crib, walk down the steps,
I'm not-
headphones.
You
see what I'm saying?
Right, it's just a
I'm
whole.
a-
You just
I'm
looking
a
at me like,
gangster
what's
rapper.
up?
Wait, hold on.
Let me tell you something.
Hold on.
I'm on the block.
Did you have any G-Unit tank tops?
You know what's funny? My brother did.
Yeah.
Yo, what?
Yo, Wesley
Remember
put
when
you out
Cam-
there, boy.
Remember when Cam made Curtis and he was talking about it? Then he was like, "Yo, those are Brazil tops."
Nah, but yeah, we gonna get to the next topic, man. We
Yeah.
we gotta keep it moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out to that. Can we get some? Can we get a gunshot? You know what I'm saying?
gunshot?
It's only right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the Stoop Breaker?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we about to get into that. He got to make the drop for that. You know what I'm
The
saying?
stoop breaker.
Yeah, it's Stoop.
Y'all
breaker
really
time,
want me to
you know
do
what
it?
I'm saying? I mean, you can't do it right now, but like later on. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's talking about actually for him to say the Stoop Breaker.
Oh, facts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
You got to do that. Next week, you got to, set that up. You got to put that in the library, you know what I'm saying? But Mills, I don't know if you've been watching, the episodes, but you probably wonder what the hell is a Stoop Breaker, if it's like a wrestling move or what. Like. Nah, but basically it's like it's like supposed to be a brain teaser, silly, smart, type of question that we ask, like 5 minutes. It's supposed to be
I could do it though.
what you mean you could do?
I could say the question. I could ask the question, and then we just leave it as that. We just put the answers underneath the comments. We could do that. Why not?
Team.
I'm very lost.
Meaning
he doesn't want us to answer it.
Yeah, we just
he
ask
just
the
wants
question,
the
tell them
viewers
drop
to
the
answer it.
drop it in
And
the
us.
Oh,
Let them,
well.
So what's the question?
You want me to do it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you doing the Stoop Breaker today?
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, you have one?
No.
So what you
No,
so
no
what are you
one-
asking for? Oh, go ahead, bro.
All right, so there's two twins, right? One can only tell a lie, one can only tell the truth. You want to find your way to heaven, right? You can only ask one question to get to heaven. You know this?
No, because it just sounds so stupid. Go ahead.
All right.
What the hell?
All right. So you can only ask the twins one question. You don't know who tells the truth. You don't know who tells the lie. What's the one question you can ask the twins to make sure you get the right way to heaven? You're at a fork road, left or right. So you're trying to find out which way to get to heaven. What's the one question you could ask any of the twins that you know for sure is the right way to heaven?
Can you repeat the question again?
Where did you get this question from?
No, you don't gotta
Instagram.
answer it now.
No, I didn't get it from Instagram.
You made this up yourself in your creative mind?
Don't worry about it.
Mel said
All
to
right, so
repeat the
you want me to
question
repeat
again.
it? All right.
Yeah.
So you're at a fork road, left or right. You're trying to find the right way to heaven or wherever. It don't even have to be heaven. Riches, whatever you want to do, whatever. There's two twins that's standing at the fork road. One can only tell a lie. The only one can tell the truth. You don't know which one tells truth. You don't know which one who tells a lie. What's the one question you could ask either one of them that you know for sure is the right way to heaven?
Oh, I know this. I can answer right now?
No.
You can't.
No, you cannot.
Damn.
You can answer after.
Like,
but,
you know the
yeah.
Nah, I know what the question is.
Which is the right way?
It's only one question you could ask that makes sense that would tell you.
Which is the right way to road to which is which,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There's a fork in the road, left and right. Right?
one goal.
Am I going the right way?
Yeah.
I just told this guy don't answer.
At the end of the road,
And you're wrong.
with mac and cheese.
And you're wrong
That-
on top of it.
Because that doesn't mean you're not gonna know if one is lying or telling the truth.
Well, whatever they tell me, I do the opposite.
Y'all know Lance.
Can you not answer?
Y'all know Lance.
Can y'all not
At the
do
end
it?
of the road
No.
is oxtail and mac and cheese. What do you ask?
No,
Right?
don't answer it, man. Y'all
I'm
get
not
me mad.
answering it.
No, but he is.
Go to the next topic.
Yeah.
You knew he was gonna do that.
Don't answer it. It's not for you to answer.
So, yo, bro, you can't tell me in my ear what it is, Paul?
He's not. He said he don't
Oh
want
my
you.
God.
Because I'm curious now, so I want to hear.
We're gonna, after we off air, I'm gonna tell you, bro.
Why I can't hear now?
Wow.
Because
Yo,
I want.
can you go to the next question?
Next question.
Lance is slow.
I don't like that Stoop Breaker.
I hope you call his face because that shit was priceless.
Yo, y'all said he was gonna say that shit too.
Yo,
Yeah,
that shit
because
crazy.
it's not his.
He
so
really
he's
got
not
mad
gonna-
at me though.
Yeah, he's tight.
Next, yo, we gonna go to the next.
Remember,
Listen,
he's
man.
over it.
Right now, it's next topic. Let's
Listen,
get right
man.
into
Listen.
it.
Thank for those that are listening. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all follow. Like, comment, subscribe, rate our social network platforms, and we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram as well. It's called Stoop Talk Podcast. All right. So make sure you follow all of those platforms and like and comment, share our videos that we put up. Share the short clips that we have on Instagram and Facebook. Tell a friend, like what Phresh would say. All right. Yeah.
Actually, he said,
Disappointing.
tell a friend to tell a friend to tag a friend.
Yeah. Well, that was my remix. Okay.
Boom.
So,
How you gonna say remix and then say as Phresh says?
Well,
It's not as I say if you made your own rendition of it.
that's true. So I should just say, as Lance says.
Lance does not care
When
about
he
what
said
you're saying right
Lance
now.
says,
So, yeah.
Yo, it's
Next
so
time I'll
funny
say
messing
that.
with him, son.
But yeah. So we're gonna get into the second topic for today, right? So this video was actually circulated that we're gonna speak about circulated on social media a couple of weeks ago, right? I know most of you people, or most of you guys that the audience that watching or listening to this, you guys are aware. There was this video that we're gonna it's gonna be playing right now, of a man in the Bronx in the train. He basically, the video just captures the man kicking the woman that's sitting down in the face, right? He gave her like the Chun-Li kick like 3-4 times, right? And
I
then
thought it was once.
Nah, it was like 3-4 times.
Oh,
I
wait.
thought it was more
like
than that.
one
3-4
kick to the
times.
chest.
Nah,
And then
he was kicking her repeatedly.
right.
dance
So
on
the
her
video literally only captures that, and then it captures him walking out the train and basically saying, "Put that on Wall Star." He's kind of like taunting her, right? And that's the only thing we saw, right? And then the video pretty much caught firestorm and was spread all across social media. Most people was condemning the man, saying like, "I hope he piss and rot in jail. I hope they find him and they
Let me tell you.
rape him and all this shit," right? So obviously he ended up getting arrested by the NYPD, and then as more details came about what actually happened, it turns out according to him and his family, the lady that was sitting down was threatening his daughter while they were there. Mind you, the video that we all saw, we didn't see the daughter, nor we saw his wife or girlfriend. I'm not too sure if it was a wife or a girlfriend. When I was the mother of his the child, it was 3 of them. So basically, this lady was basically threatening them. The little girl went and sat next to the lady, right? And then the lady said, "What you doing? You can't sit here." Pretty much, I'm paraphrasing. And then the ladies basically told the little girl like, "Yo, listen, I'll stab you. Like, move." This and that, third, yeah. And so they moved, but then the lady apparently still kept on taunting the little girl, right? And the family, the entire family, actually, on top of that. So I guess it got to the point where he got sick and tired of her, taunting. And so he had the rest of his family, they left, Obviously, I don't know if they moved further away or they actually left the train. That's still unclear. But like I said, you then see the exchange between him kicking the lady profusely, right? Because of that exchange, apparently what happened before.
That makes a lot of sense. You know why? Because a lot of people ain't gonna. Something has to happen first for somebody to be like, oh, we got to record this. You know what I'm saying? Like, there had to be some exchange words or something like that. It kind of makes a lot of sense, but I still wouldn't do that, though.
Well, so hold on, let me finish, right? So, basically, after, I shared all the details with everybody. After I showed the details with everybody, right? What I want to know is, you okay? Yeah, so after I share the details, right? My question to y'all is, do y'all think, what he did, his actions were excessive after, the full details, came about, right? Because keep in mind that everybody was condemning this man, not knowing the full story. Now, I actually put up a post about this a few months ago saying that, you got to, I hate when people just judge.
Situation. Like,
right. I hate when people just judge when they see things, initially.
I still think he's wrong. I still think he's wrong. You don't do that, bro.
Fact.
And for everybody who was saying, everybody who was recording, I'm pretty sure the people who was recording were probably like teenagers or not no grown ass man recording, because
I hope so.
Well, I would hope so too. Hope so. But the way that, from hearing it, it sounds like kids. You know what I'm saying? And it was just in a moment, and they probably understood why he did it at the time and didn't notice how serious it was. But me is wrong. Period. I don't care what that lady said. You know what I'm saying? She's non-threatening. You know what I'm saying? A person could say, "Oh, I'm gonna kill your mom," or "I'm gonna slap your son," or I'll kill your son, and just laugh at them. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if it's an old lady, like she's just mad and she's just talking. It's like listening to people, in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me she pulled out a weapon.
Yeah, or was about to do something.
Right.
And then you try to, stop her. But
well, all right. Let me actually, I did see on the report, they said that he told the police that it seemed like she had a shiny object in his hand, but apparently right. They're saying that they don't have any solid, proof of that.
But
it's
that's
just
what wrong,
he's saying.
period.
Bro. So
she's like 80, bro.
if your back was against the wall with PD on your ass, wouldn't you be like, yo, I think I saw something?
Nah, nothing justifies somebody stepping on somebody like that. That's just wrong.
That's a fact. Especially an old lady.
Bro, he stepped on her like that.
And
people gonna talk.
If she had a knife on her while he was kicking her like that, she would have been trying to poke his foot or something. I'm not buying that.
Nah.
Facts. There's nothing to justify it. Period.
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you. If after hearing that, I heard that he was angry, he went and let's say he kicked her once or whatever, and she had some objects, she was trying to blah blah blah, but this man was repeatedly kicking her.
One
she
time,
was defenseless.
Like he was
wilding.
Yeah, y'all telling me he was tapped in.
But so he kicked her like a good 5-6 times.
He was wilding out.
Wait, so
even the one time is enough.
So Active is actually a parent, obviously. He's the dad. So I'm not gonna say I'm surprised with your answer, but I really wanted to hear what you had to say about this topic, right? Chase, you're a dad as well, right?
He just became a dad though. No.
That is true, but
like I'm new to this, man.
Yeah, like he's not a full dad.
Let me say something. I say that because
you don't have to be a dad, man. You just gotta be a human being. So.
Listen, hear me out. I say this because most dads that I spoke to about this subject, they actually feel the complete opposite of how Phresh and what Mills said.
Cruel.
They actually feel like, if you even let me tell you something.
Wilding out.
Some people you can't play with some people's kids. Like they feel so strongly with their kids.
I feel like if it was a viable threat, you could respond that way. But
I didn't look like she was a threat.
No.
Like I said, old lady.
She wasn't a threat to me.
Because just like Lance is saying, not for nothing, if an old lady is threatening your family, like it's not. Oh, you're an old lady. It's like,
I'm not saying she gets off scot-free because, like I said, if you felt the need to defend your family, cool.
That's not defending.
But one kick, a slap, whatever, or simply moving away would have been one thing.
Moving away would have been the best thing.
With people recording 15, 20 seconds of continuous kicks to old lady
You
head,
just wanted to get some angle.
I'm not hearing it, bro.
Yeah.
Tell me, like I said, you pulled out a weapon or you went to go grab my child. Then it's a little different. then I can
So
see why
you agree
might-
with acting? We think it is excessive.
multiple kicks.
Of course.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
100%
I
excessive.
just wanted to clarify.
I
feel
don't
like-
think
I
he,
feel like-
like I said, I don't
I
think
think everybody
he should have
agrees.
put his hands
Nope.
on her. Period.
Period.
But
She's
in
like
the event-
80.
Yo, if I'm on a train and something happened and that same lady would have go grab
First
my
of
son,
all,
I'm bugging out. What are you doing?
Me
touching my
personally,
child?
even if I was there and I heard what she said to him and he did that, I probably would have punched him. I would have fixed him. Personally.
Yeah, because you DJ active 24/7.
Yeah.
That has nothing
and you
to
got
do-
Hulk Hogan in your bio, right?
No, but that's just fucked up. my nigga.
But all right, imagine. No,
That's
real talk.
fucked up,
Imagine
bro.
the door open, you see this guy kicking this lady. It really don't matter. He could have been like, yeah, he threatened my daughter.
Yeah, now you got to get everybody on the train to say like, yo, such and such was the
Yeah,
case.
because and even if
Doesn't matter, bro.
yeah, you wildin'.
She's not a threat.
You have you guys not even a segue? It's kind of in the same ballpark. You saw the video of Kevin Gates kicking that fan in the face?
What, the one that was a while ago?
That was a minute ago.
Yeah, that was
Nah, I never saw
yeah.
that.
I never
No,
saw.
but that's what made me think about that. And like she was just, they said she was allegedly trying to grab like his private
And that
parts.
was just his reaction to get like. But
yeah,
still,
but
that's-
even if you see the video, this man cocked back his leg
Yeah.
to kick this girl in her face.
It's crazy. Because all she was
That's
trying to grab his
crazy.
nuts.
Yeah, and
That's
you could have
Kevin
literally.
Gates is the one that sing two phones, right?
Yeah, you
Mhm.
and,
One for the plug, one for
like so it's the same thing to
I
me.
should have
Like,
known that.
you could have just
should've.
you should have. That's bad.
No, but I did know, but I
What
fake
if
knew.
he didn't even really mean to kick her? In
No.
the face?
There's
You
no
gotta
meaning,
see that
no.
video.
No, what I'm saying is, no, I understand. I've seen the video, but what I'm saying is, what if the
What if it was
person-
just really reaction?
like, and he wasn't even
That's
really
a
trying to
big
kick
reaction,
her in the
bro.
face, but it
So
just
what was
so
he
happened
trying to
that-
aim for?
Yo, this
Not that
man
he
leg.
was trying to aim anything, just the fact
No,
that
no,
like,
no.
if somebody's grabbing your leg, right, and you're trying to pull your leg away, but they're grabbing your leg.
But your leg
leg
can't-
go
no.
forward.
Your leg
It
can't
did-
get that high if you're not trying to kick him.
Kids, it did not even go down like that. This man leg was free, and he cocked back his leg and kicked this girl in the face.
Like a Jamaican dance. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But that's why I'm
Bad
even.
man forward.
That's why I'm even comparing. Yo, it was really like a bad man forward.
Yo, chill.
Y'all niggas is out of line.
Yo,
I gotta
Yo,
look at this video.
All right, let me just, just to go to the next topic. There's nothing justified. I don't care what a person say. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's like an old lady, she's over 60, 70 years old, I'm not justifying that. She can say
Kids,
whatever
what
she wants.
you got the final say on this? What,
If you
That was
slap my
excessive,
son,
bro.
then I'm going to slap the shit out of you.
That
But,
all right. The only, I guess, thing I could say on that is we don't know what happened before. There's no video footage of what happened before. Chase kind of got into it a little bit. Yeah, so Chase kind of got into it, like if she grabbed the child or etc. It might be a different
A kick
reaction.
is
Different
yo,
story.
a
It might have been a
so
different
verbal
reaction.
A kick,
verbal
though?
threats to y'all kids is not enough. for
Verbal
y'all.
threats is not enough to do what he did. No.
I'm going off of what I know. What we know is he was kicking her. Period. You don't. He
That's
could
a
say
fact.
whatever
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wanted.
I understand
That shit
that,
ain't
but
cool.
at the same time, that's not how life is. Because you could have a video right now of you punching somebody in the face, and before that they stabbed you. But everybody sees.
But you could see the
But everybody,
stab, right?
no, I'm not saying
If
you
you
don't see
believe
the
it.
stab.
Exactly.
No, you can't.
There's
That's not
proof
true.
of that.
No,
If I
yeah,
got stabbed
that's
in my
not
leg,
really
you don't
good.
see my leg, bro. What are you saying?
Yeah.
No, but
That's not
after
true.
the fact, you could say, "Yo, they stabbed me."
No, but I'm just
Boom.
talking about the
Yeah.
video itself. And you said you going off of what you saw.
For this particular case,
Oh, well,
I'm
I know
judging
what
based
Kev's-
on what I know.
No.
Exactly,
I'm going
what you
on
know
what
is
Kev's
saying.
saying.
What
I
is-
know.
what
I
is
understand
being
what Kev's
seen.
is saying, but it's still excessive.
nah, that's too
Period.
excessive, bro.
Yeah,
Too excessive. He was stomping on her, bro.
facts.
So like everybody that's
It's not like it was Little Saint or something.
And the
like
crazy
that,
thing
you
is,
know?
to be honest,
Oh my God.
I tried to walk over that one. And you see, to be honest, you never know. It'll probably be somebody younger. He probably was never even doing that. Because it was an old lady, it felt okay.
We could
That's
speak
a-
on that
yeah,
though.
that's-
If it was somebody younger, you know what I'm saying, like a guy or something like that, like
He
my
probably
age.
he probably definitely wasn't doing that.
No, I'm saying if it was like that, then
I don't know, man. People really feel passionate about their kids.
Nah,
I
bro.
feel
But
like
that's
I
she's
feel like a
like
different type
80,
of-
like I said, like
Yeah, I
you
know.
what I'm saying?
so you mean to tell me if this guy
I'll
was
say next
younger, if the
topic.
guy was younger and was trying to wild out on your kid, you was stomping on a man like that?
I don't know.
I
Maybe
see
not him
worse.
per se.
What do you
I see
mean?
worse.
What do you
It
mean?
would probably
so you
be
wouldn't?
a worse situation.
I
It
don't
would
get
probably
it.
be a
What you
whole
saying?
But
brawl
that's
on
a
that.
younger
I
person
don't
is
know.
more of a threat to you than a 70, 80
Yeah, I don't
woman.
get what you're saying.
But I mean, it's like I'm looking at it like, all right, yeah. If I had kids, like nobody even threatens my kids, touches my kids. I think it's a when I get to that bridge, we'll cross it type of scenario. And yeah, it does play a factor that she's an old lady, but like I feel like the excessiveness is like, I just feel like if you're gonna kick that old lady because she threatened your kid, then all right, you're ready to kick everybody.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's
but
a
see,
fact.
the thing is with this day and age is like
Don't pick and
values
choose.
is not the same no more. Back in the day when you was coming up, you could not disrespect no elder.
Yeah.
Or somebody else was gonna fix you because you was disrespectful.
Yeah.
Now, not saying that the
But parents,
elderly
parents don't teach
but
their
hold
kids
on.
that.
Not saying that the
mine?
elderly, you know what I mean, is
tell me.
innocent, but at the same time, the values and the respect is not the same in society these days.
I agree with you, Phresh. So we're gonna wrap that this topic up.
Yeah, facts.
Because this last topic, boy, I know there's gonna be a lot that's gonna be said with this last topic, man. But, yeah, but before we actually transition, another plug, shop ChristophChristian.com.
Whoa.
Our Stoop Talk merch is available on there, along with, the other Christoph Christian pieces. Shout out to Keds and Phresh. That is, the official clothing brand line of Stoop Talk podcast.
Right.
And that's also their clothing brand. So definitely shop. All our Stoop Talk merch is there. You heard?
Very, 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 very dope merch.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Big facts. All right. So the final topic for today, we're gonna, switch gears. It's kind of a somber moment. Yeah. So as you guys know, right, we're sad to say that the late great neighborhood Nipsey Hussle has passed, unfortunately, right? Got shot in his by his the own store that he owns in the parking lot in Cali, Crenshaw, right? LA. Very sad. Got shot was it 6 times? 1 in the head.
Yeah, 5 in the body, 1 in
It's
the
crazy. It was unbelievable. Yeah. So I mean, it's so fresh. I know there's so many different rumors and different reports of what happened and why he died or whatnot. So we're just gonna jump right into the nitty gritty. So I'm gonna ask you guys what are y'all initial thoughts of his passing, the outpouring on social media of everybody paying their respect, showing him love, and what's y'all take on this, all these conspiracy theories that's basically coming up about
Somebody
his,
posted
his death.
something very stupid earlier that I didn't agree with. It's saying people who posting it is doing it for clout, which I think is dumb.
Let me tell you something.
I hate that.
Hold on.
Get
Let me,
over that.
no. I'm gonna address that, Active. Right. You see, this is me, because there is a lot of people that basically show the whole, show me love while I'm here, like all this fake love when I'm gonna tell you what, I don't agree with that, man. Like I feel like if
Me either.
like so what, like if a person is died,
So don't show love because I ain't show love yesterday?
right, to me, I feel like listen, if
Just stupid, man.
People are dumb, son.
yeah, I never understood that. Like, why are you condemning
Why are you
somebody
so
for
mad?
showing?
You know what
What
it
are you
is?
so
For
angry
showing
about,
love.
bro?
People just want to have something
Something
to
to
say.
say. Facts.
They want to be a part of a conversation. There's nothing wrong with somebody paying respects to somebody who passed, whether they knew them or didn't
Right,
know
who knew them
whether
or
they was a
not.
fan or not. Like I've never understood that.
This
that
is not clout
foolishness.
this time.
Right,
This is
and
not
let me
clout.
tell you something. Hold on.
Get clout
Somebody
off of this.
said, well, nah, let me even say that.
Wait,
Go ahead.
hold on. So yeah, let me finish. Actually, I was gonna say, right. So it's funny because me personally, right, I'm kind of like disconnected to the whole celebrities, like in terms of like kind of like putting them on a certain pedestal, like compared to like my peers or whatnot, right. But I usually don't put. Anyways,
No.
I
Drake
usually
and LeBron are
Yeah.
exempt from that
But
statement.
even okay,
son.
but granted, even Drake and LeBron, I don't even put them on my social media page like that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't put their pictures and say
No,
all the
matter.
time. Like you feel what I'm saying? I barely do it. know
It doesn't matter if you do
really
it.
like rare. When's the last time I saw a Drake or LeBron post on me? Like literally.
It doesn't even
Maybe
matter,
not
bro.
their picture,
Probably-
but about them, often.
Well, a quote. Yeah.
No.
Cap
Look
for
at your
a cap.
T-shirt, bro.
Wait.
My son got LeBron socks.
This is actually
He plays
no, no,
ball.
no.
This is actually J. Cole.
Oh, this is not one of the Drake ones?
No, this is
Oh,
J.
my
Cole.
And he
Son,
only wearing J.
Every
Cole
time
because he did a
play
feature
ball, he
with Drake.
wears LeBron socks.
I got that as a gift, actually. I didn't buy that.
The point is, you wear them when you play ball.
I mean,
You think they're going to make you like...
Play LeBron.
Hey,
I
when
know
was the last time you played ball?
it's
been a while.
man.
When was-
It's been a while. But hold on, let me.
Go, get
taking
back
me-
to the
right. So what I meant to say is I usually don't, glorify the whole celebrities, right? I don't do that, right? Especially like when they die, it's like, I mean, I feel sad. Trust me. Like, I mean, I don't, look at anybody anyway for them putting rest in peace out of this and third. It's sad either way. We lost somebody, right? But this Nipsey situation
this
kind
shit
of
hit
touched
different.
me different.
Yeah, it hit
And
different.
and the thing is, most people, right? I would say, well, us dudes is different because we listen to music all the time, but I feel like the majority of the people like today, like reflecting on Nipsey Hussle, they're more so not necessarily reflecting on his music, but literally
What he
everything
stands
else and
for.
what he stood for, his revolutionary ideas, his giving back to the community, and I personally aspire that because like even these past few years now, like I started taking the whole, I'm into the whole philanthropy thing, giving back to the community, like especially with the Christmas parties that we do and whatnot, the toy drive, and this, that, and third. So I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? I think that's very dope. And I think that he was like ahead of his time and the influence he had on the community in terms of everything, not even talking about the music, literally everything else. His mindset with the game he was trying to spit to, everybody. I think for somebody like that to go down, it kind of makes you lose hope in a sense like,
Not really.
damn,
Not for
son.
me.
Nah, bro, that shit.
Not for me.
I'm telling you.
I think it sparks the brain.
Yeah,
more.
I think that should make you drop. That's a drip, like a drive. Like
Especially with what's with social media now, everything is like broad now. Look at the negatives that happen. That's so broad, like with R. Kelly and Bill Cosby and stuff like that. So this is something negative, but it probably pushing somebody more to do
harder, that's a fact.
to do out of it. So even though it took somebody's death, you know what I'm saying? Because look at the other leaders before him, you know what I'm saying?
Mills,
When
let
they
me
died,
ask you, you're an artist, right?
Yeah.
And with Nipsey, he really was about the whole empowering artist movement in terms of, build your own bridge.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not be signed to a label, do it on your own, do the whole independent wave, selling $100, EPs, albums. I think it was his album,
Yeah.
right? That type of thing he was on, right?
project.
It's a lot of work though.
Yes, absolutely.
a
So
lot
let me
of work.
ask you, how did his death resonate on you personally?
Like,
Because I saw a couple of posts you put up on your social media. I know it affected you.
Yeah, that Nipsey's death touched me a little different. I probably started listening to Nipsey, like honestly, really probably like 2-3 years ago.
Mhm.
And honestly, it was like actually that Proud to Pay movement that was really dope. Just selling his album for $100. But his death is just wrong in the sense of like you got a guy that's actually doing what, like, we come from the hood. Like this is what you
Doing
came
what
back
doing
and
what
you
he's supposed to do.
did what you were supposed to do.
Facts.
And it's almost I ain't gonna lie, for a moment it did feel like, yo, like what is this shit all for? Like, cause this is what I'm doing. I made a whole store. I put it in the hood. Like he hustled on that corner.
yeah, nah, his whole like him and his family, they own that whole entire.
Not the whole
Yeah.
half.
The
They
shop.
own half of it.
No, but it's like
Nah,
more
they-
than half.
nah,
It's like 75%
nah,
of it.
From what I know, he now owns the plaza.
Yeah, he bought.
Yeah,
that
I thought it
plaza.
was the whole.
He
Oh,
owns
the whole
plaza.
thing now?
Yeah, he owns the plaza. Yeah, and I believe don't
He
quote
got
me.
a lot. He had a lot of.
I
real estate.
believe he was definitely trying to actually take down the plaza and put commercial units there. I don't know if it was actually there or not. But Nipsey was like a teacher in a sense. As time progressed, like it started becoming more of, there were just messages intertwined in his rhymes, and he really became like a blueprint for actually you doing things on your own. It wasn't really so about just not signing with labels. it was just making sure that if you do sign with another corporation, don't give up everything that you got just, for things you never had, So it's like, because Nipsey ended up partnering with a label.
Right.
He partnered with Atlantic, and it was on the terms that he wanted. Now, Nipsey was following the blueprint from Cash Money and what they were doing. Like when they labels approached them and they wanted their company, they didn't give it to them because it's like, why am I giving you
what I work
for? Why do you want more percentage of what I work for?
Facts.
And just promoting ownership, like you gotta own what you have. Like that's all you have. How can you actually give it away? And he really it really impacted me. And honestly, now Nipsey should be looked at as the blueprint for if you want to make it through anything. It's not just music. It's just he really was a movement.
Yeah.
So and you get to really see that now. Like
see that now with his stuff.
You get to really see that now.
And I would say it's just crazy how something, so negative, that happens throughout life, period. That's what make people, the brain just goes like, you know what I'm saying?
Tragedy.
So, tragedy.
I just hope it's not one of those situations where it spark your brain for 3 days and then some next foolishness with Love and Hip Hop happen and then everybody is tuned to that crap.
Even
like
right.
I feel like the attention span of this generation is too short. So if you seeing situations like that, and even if you didn't know what Nipsey Hussle was doing prior to yesterday, or was a fan of his music prior to yesterday, now that you have the information, you preview to that information, you got to take that and internalize it and see what part of that information you can use to better yourself and not just forget about it
right.
next
and for
week.
everybody who's talking about, you wasn't supporting before, like cut that out, man.
You don't know what somebody was doing.
No, it's not even that.
I don't think that matters.
Even if I don't think that matters. Even if I knew about, if I just found out today, like or yesterday, and I didn't know nothing about him, and I read about him, and now I want to be. You can't fault nobody for being like that. You know what I'm saying?
People just want to have something to say.
You don't even.
And not to cut you off, but now they saying that Nick Cannon is gonna do the.
He's gonna finish the documentary.
He's gonna finish the documentary.
We're gonna get into that because there's there's a whole bunch of conspiracy theories out there saying as to why he died.
I mean, they also got the person who they say that.
Yeah, but there's people that believe that that's not accurate.
I'm not saying that it's accurate. I'm just saying
it's gonna be.
Bro, it's still early. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of
early.
details that's gonna get.
So Chase, tell me how you feel, like how this death affected
that's
you.
That's bothersome, bro. Because think about it. We all grew up in the hood. You know what I'm saying, and as you get older, you can go different paths in life. He could have just been an active gang member and a rapper and kept it like that. Instead, your man started charities and started giving back to the community. We do that. You know what I'm saying? Simple things like when we do our barbecue in the summer. Do you know how easy it is for somebody that's hating on us to turn around and come to that park and start lighting it up?
Very easy.
We're not rappers. We're not famous, but you don't have to be at that level to have haters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we have them, and they look at us every day. We go places. They might say what up and give us a pound, and they're just blatantly hating on you, preying on your downfall. So, and then they see you doing good, and then there's other people that love you for that, and they're going to hate you even more.
You know what's crazy that you say that? I never told y'all this. But last year you had your party in Phresh, all right?
You told me. You spoke to me about this. I already know what you're going to say.
Right. I got shot at in front of Phresh.
After?
Well, that's why I left, because the party was still going on, but everybody was still inside.
Why nobody heard no shots? It was just one?
No, it was 3.
But
it wasn't right.
It wasn't in front of the establishment. It was on the block.
For me saying that now is like you said, you can have a hater. I promote where I'm going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Every week.
So it's easy for somebody
to plot on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you just got to take care of yourself. And
and then to think
it was 3 people you said that got shot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do a lot of things with kids. People that's hating on us, like the simple toy drive. There's kids there. But that doesn't mean anything to somebody that got a grudge on you.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
That shit is whack.
Yeah.
So now that makes you go
too.
to these things and you got your eye open even more.
And for what Chase
then people want to ask us, yo, why y'all carry straps for?
And to answer and to
Well,
go
I
about
don't
what
carry
Chase is
straps.
talking about.
I want to say, yo, we do not do that.
It's not just us though, but there's other people that do these events just like us, and you can ask like, come on.
NYPD,
Let me say this.
not I.
Let me say this though. For what Chase is saying. For what Chase is saying about
I'm with you, Chase.
Yeah, I kind of forgot, but.
Keds, I want to hear how you feel about this situation before we go into the part two about this.
I guess it's mainly disheartening because a man like that is very rare. It's very rare that men actually speak up on those kind of topics and situations, that actually do things about it and actually come back to their community and actually give back and show people how to make money, show people how to continue growing their dollar and continue rotating our dollar. Like, for us to have $1 trillion power and not put it back into us is insane.
Yeah.
So it's a huge reason why we suffer and why we have so much issues and so much problems. We really just need each other. It's not that we need help from the government or we need them to give us this or give us that. That's bullshit. We just need to help each other and help all of us grow. Like, yo, our dollar is so powerful. I just want people to remember that and just continue to just support each other and support your friend's business, support your artist, support the person that you know is an artist that's trying to strive for that. Don't listen to this new person and talk about, oh, this new artist is lit. No, support who you know. Put their music out. Put their music on your playlist. You see what I'm saying? Like,
especially if they're talented, man.
Yeah, like, and I'm sure people know people have restaurants, people who have, daycares and etc. Just keep promoting your people's business because it's only gonna help you grow.
Boy,
you see what I'm saying?
These other races come into black neighborhoods and make money off of all of us.
Like, all right, there was recently I think like 3 guys opened up a corner, like a bodega.
Yeah, I saw it on Instagram.
That's true?
I believe it's true. I think it's like on Troy Avenue somewhere. And I actually seen somebody say something stupid like, oh, such and such been open a grocery store on this block, like another black-owned grocery store. But it's like, yo, why would you even say something like that? Why can't you just congratulate this person?
Feel like
congratulations.
Because they didn't do it.
But that's
crazy.
That's the problem. That's a big problem. We suffer from that.
The problem is with that, it could be somebody's family or friend or whatever, and they was like, well, they're not the first. They was actually the first.
Yeah,
like,
but that's
everybody want to do.
Bro, when we did the first toy
that
drive,
shouldn't even matter.
I literally had somebody tell me that what we were doing was pointless. And I know they listen to this podcast.
That's cool.
They told us it was pointless, but then wanted to come the next year.
Oh yeah, a lot of people were asking me like why I decided to put together the toy drive because I don't have kids. I was like, well, I mean,
what does that?
What? Yeah, I was doing. Yeah, but people at the end of the day, they don't really see. I mean,
you want to.
Not everybody walks in your shoes.
Well,
so
Chase got a kid now, so you could be
right. And it's funny because when me, Lance, and Kids had that conversation about the toy drive, we were just like, you know what?
Or
no questions. Let's do it.
Because at that time, right?
Or you could just say Active have a kid, so that's why we doing it. You know what I'm saying? So,
but that shouldn't even be.
Idiots.
That shouldn't even be a thought. Like I said, it's like some people just like to talk because they hear they self.
Ignorance is the way people grow up too, man. It's just ignorance,
it's crazy.
Man.
But we're gonna now. I want to get to the second part of this. This question for y'all, right? So I know we all the last 24 hours. This big news has dropped. We all been on social media reading and seeing
which
the different.
Is very sad to be on,
right? To see the different reports and other stories surface explaining what possibly happened, what was behind the killing of Nipsey Hussle, right? So one of the reoccurring stories that's out there is this Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi, documenting that he was supposedly producing, right? Which basically he says he found a cure for AIDS, cancer, and basically just he was promoting
and the blind.
Right, and the blind.
All right. He had a holistic approach.
Right, holistic
to a lot of
cures and diseases.
A lot of issues that we suffer from medically. Yeah. So that's basically what he preached, and everybody could go on YouTube. He has videos. Dr. Sebi has videos on YouTube. You could look it up yourself. you'll see the different things that he talks about and different things as far as your diet and different things that you put inside your body, mind, body, and spirit that affect you.
Right. So,
which is anybody who, watch it or didn't, like, I think Nipsey talked about it on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, he talked about it on the Breakfast Club.
I didn't actually see it, but I saw like a snippet.
I watched the snippet of it as well.
Yeah, I didn't actually see it.
So basically, let me just finish real quick, Active. A lot of people are basically come up with the narrative saying that, there's a higher power behind this, being that, the pharmaceutical, company is $1 billion. Pharmaceutical companies, $1 billion industry, and basically they was not trying to, have Nipsey come out with this to expose what was going on, and pretty much they are behind silencing, Nipsey Hussle, right? And I've seen a lot of my friends, basically saying that, this is bigger than what it is. So I want to know how y'all feel about that. What's y'all thoughts, man?
Let me tell you something. First and foremost, nothing that he's making that documentary about is privileged or classified information.
Right. You can
this
see
is
it on
information
YouTube.
that's already public.
Facts.
They don't gotta silence anybody. It's there for everybody to see.
That's right.
So I feel like the problem that the black community has is like,
I agree.
we never want to accept responsibility for our fuck ups.
Right.
Point blank, period.
You like to point
it's
the finger.
always the man is doing this. Something is behind this. Something is.
Yeah.
Let's find the facts
We blame
first.
them before we blame us.
Exactly. So if you gonna tell me, like, they killed them.
My bad.
They gonna say they hired a man in the hood to go do it.
And if you say that, my rebuttal to that is gonna be, they shouldn't even be able to get your own kind to do that to you.
Absolutely.
They shouldn't, but they can.
Money talks.
It does.
But this is the problem.
Root of
It is a
evil.
problem.
This is what I'm talking
That's
about.
because we depend on other people.
This is what I'm talking about. So, I mean, when you think about the parameters of the situation and you say, okay, well, Nipsey been Crip for years. His plaza been there for years. He's been had that store. How all of a sudden now he get this happen?
So
Right, that's what people are saying.
So
that
look, so there's two things that's going on right now. Is the Dr. Sabi thing,
Right.
and then there's the thing where they said that this guy from his hood or whatever.
Right.
For those who don't know, probably by the time they get out, it's gonna be out. But
Yeah, next
they're
week,
saying
yeah.
that the guy was trying to buy something at the store or whatever. Nipsey said don't sell him anything. He's a snitch.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, he's a snitch. Allegedly. And the guy left, came back, shot him. So that's what they saying
And
now.
people are saying that, the reason why they don't believe that this was, a straight white and black on black crime, because of the fact that it happened in his hood. That
A lot of
area is
people-
classified as rolling 60s, and that's basically where Nipsey grew up at. So I saw a couple of posts saying that, listen, but nobody would go in there, being bold to go in there and let it ring on him like that. Like, you got to be
They
real
always
bold
gonna
to do
say
that.
At one point, they would
Right.
say nobody bold enough to assassinate a president, but that's happened.
Right.
So, I mean,
Right.
that's an irrelevant point if you ask me.
So Mills, I want to know what you think about this situation. How you feel about this Dr. Sebi, pretty much people saying that.
To be honest, Nipsey is actually the one that shed the light on.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
No,
he's
hold
not the
on,
first person.
hold
Let him
on,
finish.
Hold on. Nipsey's actually the first one to shed the light to me about Sebi.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I didn't know anything about who he actually was. And when I started to do some research on Sebi, and this man had a cure, bro. Hearing that they actually said his cause of death was pneumonia or some shit.
Unknown.
Which
I
was-
read that.
which
When they
was-
arrested him,
For
It's
them
actually-
to say that the government killed him, I would buy that more than
I would buy that
killing
more.
Nipsey.
I would buy that more. And shout to Lisa Left Eye Lopez, who went
To Honduras.
to Honduras.
Yeah.
And when she got killed, and her crew members, whatever, they lost some of the tapes supposedly that has been recorded, that they had information on it. So, she was the second person to do it. The first person was I think was I Queen.
But
So
you can
did you
also-
know about the Lisa thing?
Yeah, I briefly. I didn't know too much about it.
Yeah, anybody that never watched the Lisa Left Eye Lopez documentary, go look at that, and you'll see like, the last days of her lives, of course, and it just cut off, and it just says she got into an accident, whatever, blah blah blah.
I don't know. It's just even though the information is public, there is still too like another factor here is like social media is way bigger now. Mm-hmm. I'm not really one for this whole conspiracy stuff. It is interesting and it is weird at the same time too. And it is a little hard to believe that it's just gang related like things. Like just like you said, the store's been there how many years now? And then a part of me too is like, it's a free world now. Like people can do literally whatever they want. Like you're really not safe anywhere. Mm-hmm. So especially you being in that section of LA, that can happen. Like you can actually get shot standing in front of a store.
I mean,
in your hood on your block.
You also can't eliminate the fact that people have a past.
Yeah, I was gonna get into that.
You know what I'm saying? So, and not yeah, he's okay, gang member or not. People have a past. People don't forget when you do wrong to them, period.
Yeah.
So it could have been some shit from years ago.
I'll say this. When this story first dropped, right, I initially thought like, damn, like Nipsey, his past probably came back to, to bit him, right? But then obviously we started seeing these stories about, Dr. Sebi and, the government trying to silence him or whoever these billion-dollar industry companies is saying, no, you can't let Nipsey, he's empowering too many people or whatever.
That's
people saying.
Always.
Let me say this. Hold on. Let me finish real quick. Personally, for me, at the end of the day, I personally don't put anything past anything. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, I just have that open mind now. But I can't just sit here and say, for sure, yup, the government is behind this shit. There's no way.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
I can't do that.
I'm not gonna.
I can't say anything until I see facts.
This is but the thing is, you'll never honestly know the facts.
You'll never know.
And
the only person that really knows is Nips, and he ain't here.
To be honest,
and the sorry to cut you off, Mills, and real quick before the crazy thing is, the man tweeted, "It's a blessing to have strong enemies" an hour before he died. An hour. So something happened. I think something happened at the store.
I feel like
he basically something happened.
The story that I just told
more after this episode.
The story that I just told, it makes it sound true. Like the guy, he probably told him, get out of here. We're not selling you nothing. Left, came back, shot him. It could sound true because based on the tweet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that's what happened.
People tweet random quotes all the time.
Yeah.
That don't necessarily mean nothing. But at the end of the day, there's always going to be 2, 3, 4 sides of a story.
Let me tell you right now.
Unless you was present and involved, you don't know.
Let me tell you right now. Anybody who, gets that stardom, like even if it's you, Mills, or anybody at this table, or anybody that's watching, and you go back to your hood, don't be listening to people. Oh, you don't need no security. You don't need this. You don't need that. You or think that you got to protect yourself. You got to protect.
I'm not even
what's
chilling
around
in the hood.
No, I'm saying
you put in all that work to get out of that environment.
I mean, for me, I grew up on St. Paul, so
no, I said not chilling. I never said you don't go back or don't put nothing back into community. I said chilling.
But he wasn't chilling though. So.
Go ahead. Let me hear what you
I ain't gonna lie. It's
I mean, it's his store.
It's his store. You're not gonna go chill in your store.
You're gonna go back to your store.
No. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, for example, we open up a store, right? Mm-hmm. We could go put it in Georgetown and Canarsie Plaza, right? Mm-hmm. We could go put a Christoph Christian store in there. Mm-hmm. That don't necessarily mean that once we make it, that we in that store chilling every day.
Yeah. You don't have to chill every day.
But a lot of the situations that be the case.
So wait, hold on. Phresh, Mills disagrees. Let me hear what you got to say, Mills.
It'd be different if Nipsey was just going to his block and just chilling on his block. Then it's like, all right, bro.
But he's admitted to doing that.
Yeah.
Same thing with YG. A lot of them do that.
Yeah, but remember too, you also got to understand too, it's really it tailors to environment. I grew up with 100 niggas on my block. You can't really tell me that if I left, I always preach, get out the hood. And sometimes I get frustrated and I say, don't like go back, but not for nothing. Like these are kids that you grew up with that.
You're always gonna want to go back home.
I'm gonna tell you something. That's never gonna matter.
Hold on, let me hear what you gotta say.
Hold on. Now, I'm never even promoting to go and chill, but what happens in the hood can virtually happen anywhere. If I come back, I would want to get out of my hood and come back and build something for people that can show them that, yo, you can really do what you want to do to a higher platform where you can actually do what I did and take your family out. Like it does feel a little weird. Like imagine honestly if Nip had really just blew up and just never came back. It's a little different. It's not really about even any praise or anything like that. It's just that Nip probably wouldn't even got the same reaction if he actually didn't even put that store in.
Right.
That store could have went anywhere. The store could have went in Beverly Hills. That store could have went on Rodeo Drive. And also too, another thing too is different in LA. The culture is different. Like that gang is not about killing people. Like they're really about the community there.
Right.
Community revolution and progress.
Now, don't get me wrong. 9 times out of 10, it's scary because it's like they do say most rappers die in their own city, and that's why a lot of people don't go back. I don't think you should always just be chilling there. But in a sense where, come on, it's a Sunday, you probably went to go check on a store. You might have went to just go and
right. He was with his son too.
But all right, his scenario is slightly different because he was extremely invested in his community.
Yeah.
So it's like
he's gonna be.
It's
there.
not that he just had.
So the
that
picture
store.
he took, that was his.
You see what I'm saying?
That was his son.
That's
his daughter.
Oh,
that was his daughter.
Let's see.
Daughter.
But yeah, so it's not like he only had that stores. That's not the case. Like the whole entire lot, he has some type of affiliation with the whole entire lot. So it's not just that one store.
Yeah.
And it's not even just that lot. Like he was invested in mad different
The
kind
stores
of
next to him
real
was his
estate in that
stores.
area.
And then
he was opening a barbershop right there too.
Yeah,
And then
he even opened up a workspace for people out there.
and then the barbershop called Steve's. That was his man's father died.
That
now,
like last year actually.
Now, just even on a branding point, you can't put a store anywhere and not go there.
I'm not saying. I never said that. I never
So
said
what you're
that.
saying?
I said to be chilling, like for that to be your regular spot. You always out there.
So you saying that even he's the owner, he shouldn't be out there on a regular basis?
No, that's not what he's saying.
No, I'm
I get
asking
what
him.
he's saying now.
No, I want to.
I understand what
I'm
he's saying.
asking him a
Listen,
question.
I'm clarifying what you're saying
I
for
just
the audience.
clarified.
He did.
What wasn't clear about what I said.
I mean, you saying chilling, so I'm
No,
trying
he
to.
said every day chilling. It's not gonna happen.
Bro.
So wait.
I don't
so
think
what's
Nipsey
the,
was
I
chilling
don't
there
think
every
so
day.
either, but I understand what
yeah,
Malik is saying.
So what's
I
the
understand what Phresh
appropriate?
saying.
Like, how often should he or should he not be there?
Or you, or anybody.
Right, as a
The
saying.
way that I would do it would be completely different.
We don't know how.
Depending on
We
where.
don't know how he
so,
did it.
Yeah. Let
No,
it just be
I'm
general.
asking him. Yeah, I
If
wanna
you
hear-
let me finish
Yeah.
talking,
Yeah.
you like interrupted him and say, I don't mean to
activist
cut you
king-
off.
Yeah,
Relax.
activist king interrupted, son. But go ahead.
Relax.
I'm about to get up.
Like I could fight too, bro. Relax. he like doing that. son. But no, like I feel like I'm not saying that he should never be in that spot. I'm not saying that he should never go back to his hood. I'm saying that shouldn't be your home base to where you always are when you're at that level. Because you got to remember, you could grow up with 100 dudes on your block, like you saying, Mills, right? And say you never go back. What they gonna say when you come around? Oh, you don't fuck with us no more. You don't come around, such and such and such. But when you do come around, say you go around all the time. Oh yeah, what up, bro? And as soon as you dip, yo, this nigga, man, and they plotting. We not gonna pretend like this is not what shit has come to with the crabs in the barrel. I'm not going. I'm not pulling no
That's why
punches.
Jay.
That's
you
why
right.
Nipsey didn't care
That's why
about
Jay
that.
but
moved the way he moved.
No,
yo.
but look, that's why he's right. But at the same time, that's what he wanted to change.
Right.
Yeah,
So a person like him, he's not gonna leave. He
Right.
can't do that.
He's fully
Because in order
invested,
for him for his
He's so
movement to
invested,
work,
right.
he has to
He
be
has
there.
to be
Yeah,
there.
and that's what I meant with the
that type
branding.
of situation.
cost him his life.
You gotta be prepared for
I
that
think
type
he-
of shit.
But I think he was.
Yeah,
prepared.
but what does that even mean? Being prepared, like it's
Meaning having security, like all.
Like, yo,
bro,
I'm
like
not even gonna
but
get
the
you.
thing is,
That means
thing is,
grip up. Or
The two
trip
people
up,
that got
cuz.
hit could have been in security.
like you could have all of that, remember, this is a neighborhood that this guy grew up in. So yes,
you can have everything.
You could have. You could have.
If it's
anything.
your time, it's your time.
I'm missing the point that I'm trying to make.
It could have played out. It could have played out anyway. But all right, look at it. Sunday afternoon, you're going to your store. Now, I personally don't think it was a situation where he's out there every day chilling. Like, it just, realistically, when you look back at it, come on, you got wife, you got kids, like, you just realistically, and then just as you as a businessman and you as a public figure, you couldn't possibly be
there
at that store every day. Because it's not, if you were just solely business owner, yeah. But he's probably in LA today, New York tomorrow, Chicago the next day. It just,
Mills will know.
It just, yeah.
Dead ass though. It's like an international Mills.
Israel today,
it's
Europe
just,
tomorrow.
Yes. It
Egypt
is
the
like
next
that.
day.
It is fucking like that.
Facts.
Smoking hashish. You feel me?
Yes.
Yeah, but go ahead.
It could just be like that. So like, I understand that, the goal is to get out and, be in a better environment. Like, we're surrounded by too much wild shit. But just like Kez was saying too, like, that's the price. Like, I hope that people really take from that and really understand that, we gotta stop hurting each other. And I really hope that things do actually change for the better. And I hope other hoods across the world too really understand that this shit is not about violence, man. You gotta uplift your community, because these powers or these higher ups or whoever we're gonna call them, they are trying to kill us. And it's actually to the point where it's like, they're just letting us kill ourselves. So you gotta show that, especially a leader like him, you gotta show that, like, I'm here, I didn't leave y'all. Like, for those people that are scared to walk or scared to be somebody or aspire to be somebody.
You gotta lead by example, man.
Yeah, it's a little tough. Like, I personally hope that he was not there all the time. Like, you can't. Your moves have to be real militant.
I don't think he was.
And now that this has happened, now it's like this shit hit a little hard, because this is your own hood. Like, you grew up here, and I don't know, man. It does give you a little shakes, but at the same time too, it does make you want to push. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, that shit even had me thinking, like, yeah, like, you want to impact your hood so they won't have to do shit like this again. You won't have to have somebody just run up on you in your own hood, because it doesn't even,
daylight too, boy.
Yeah, bro. That shit is not cool, man. That shit is whack.
Yeah, we gonna wrap it up, man. But definitely our condolences to Nipsey Hussle's family, Lauren London. He got two beautiful kids. Now they without a father. You know what I'm saying? She's without a boyfriend or husband, I should say. So, I mean, it's just a very, very sad situation. He was 33 years old. So it's crazy. So definitely rest in peace from the Stoop Talk podcast crew to Nipsey,
rest
man.
In peace. Rest
legend,
in peace.
man. His death,
legend.
This is definitely a death that's gonna sting for a very, very, very long time.
And now I hope that anybody that doesn't listen to Nipsey, I hope you do actually go and listen.
I hope you go
to
listen
Nipsey.
to him now.
Even
That's
for
a
me
well,
now.
Phresh said Victory Lap was one of the best albums of the year. Like, it was
that,
Grammy
bro.
nominated.
I've been
In a
listening
long
to Nipsey
time.
since 2014.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll say consistently listening to Nipsey since 2014, because my roommate in college put me on the
Right,
Nipsey.
real rap enthusiasts.
Way back.
They know about Nipsey.
So
they know what he brings to the
like
table. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you don't gotta post everything you listening to. Like, there's just some people that like to post their whole life, but it's just like, you can't tell somebody when they became a fan of somebody, or you wasn't a fan before, why you a fan now, all that kind of crap people be saying. But definitely was talented. Definitely was, doing things the right way, the way he was supposed to be doing it, to inspire. Like, he had the hustle and motivate whole movement going. And I just feel like it's definitely an unfortunate situation. And I hope that people could, learn from that and
learn from a lot. From before him, after him. You gotta learn,
right.
period.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Just listen, just go back and do your research on what he was about. Don't just look at it and listen to
You gotta
these
research
fools.
about what's going on in the world, period.
Yeah, facts.
Packs.
Man, just listen to the music, man. Just listen to the music.
Packs of stuff that's going on.
He been talking.
He's talking the same
thing,
talk.
Yeah.
From way back.
Right.
So.
All right.
That's why Jay-Z was an influence to all of us.
Yeah.
Mr. Lance.
That is a huge reason why.
We are going
Nipsey definitely talks about that too.
We're going to wrap up.
Right.
All right. We're going to wrap up.
We basically got like 2 more minutes.
No, we don't.
We'll have a Drake-based conversation.
Oh, yeah. Big facts. Don't worry.
That's going to be the only one talking.
Psych.
That's
I
coming.
won't be here for that episode.
Yeah, just say it. Just say it from now.
Whatever.
All right, Drake.
Mills, my
Drake's
brother.
first album had the biggest influence for Lance. So we're just going to clear that right now for you. All right, Lance?
I mean, she still
good?
won't even know how
I appreciate you, my
it impacted
brother.
him. He just going to say he loved it.
No,
Appreciate it.
I was gonna get to that. But
It was Take Care, right? That was his first album?
Nah, it's Thank Me Later.
Nah, I said that on purpose. I just want you to say that.
Anyways, listen.
It was actually so far gone.
Listen.
it was so far gone.
It was so far gone.
Yeah, but that was a
that's not an album.
mixtape.
That was a mixtape.
That still
Right,
had
it
more
was
of
a
an impact.
Yeah, that's what actually busting. But
Yeah, you can say that.
So far gone had
Yeah.
definitely more.
You can say
Definitely.
that.
Come on, I ain't gonna get into it.
I mean, my favorite. Well, yeah, we're not gonna get into because we got.
No, go ahead.
No,
we have to
no.
go, John.
Yo, outros,
But,
man.
Yes, Mills, my brother from another mother.
oh my God.
Listen, you gotta play a track from Mills. You know what I'm saying?
We played Favorite earlier, right?
Yeah, we played favorite.
So we gonna do this one.
Yeah, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, this
this
is
is a
Mills
favorite.
Supreme.
This is how you come out. You know what I'm
Mills,
saying? The
tell them what
outro.
this track is. You know what I'm saying? What we leaving them with.
All right, so this record is called Focus. It's the intro record on the tape.
What's the name of the tape for the people again?
So the tape is called Don't You Love Me. It's on iTunes, Spotify, Apple Music. Just type in Mills Supreme. If you heard Steppin', by the way, Steppin' is at 30
Like
plus
a couple millions.
worldwide streams right now, and it's just doing really good.
Let me take a picture with the plaque when it comes.
And Mills, tell the people what's the Instagram handle.
Yeah, so Instagram Mills Supreme. Same for Twitter. The only difference is the A is a V and the E is a 3.
We're gonna have it all on the video.
Yeah,
please.
we gonna put it up all out. Like I said, Instagram Mills Supreme. Yeah, man. This is dope. Honestly, this is really dope.
We gotta have you come through again, man. You know what I'm saying? After you win that Grammy.
Nah,
you feel
real
me?
talk. I just wanna
Facts.
Don't get too busy on us now, bro.
Nah, I could never get too
You know what I'm
busy.
saying?
Y'all. I could never get.
I
too
told-
busy. I told you. Listen. I tell everybody, and everybody just know this now.
Mills.
Me and this phone. Look at this. Look what this shit say right now. Read it. What this shit say again?
What? Your flight is booked to Japan?
Calls will be silenced and notifications will appear in notification center.
Bro, like this phone has been on silent since. No, my phones have been on silent since I had a phone. I don't like to hear it. Honestly, I'm a little weirdo when it comes to phones. Yo, honestly, I might follow Kanye, and get a beeper, or just email. That might be good.
Right.
But real quick, I know you're about to wrap up. Yeah. So Don't You Love Me out. Shout out my whole team, Jay, Wavelength, Mark.
Jay in the back.
Yeah, my guy
Yo,
Jay's
shout
in the
out to
back.
Jay. Jay been-
Real talk, Jay. More with Social Genius. Andy got a podcast coming out too. You guys,
Yo, Jay, come over here, bro. Come over here. Why not?
they've been really they really been just dope on just helping me with marketing and just understanding brands and all of that, and they're just real dope. I just think it's dope that how you guys give each other a platform just to help everybody and just work,
Yes, sir. And Jay is in the building.
Oh, I'm just glad to be a part of this. Y'all got something dope going on right here, man.
Appreciate
it.
I just want to see y'all keep it going, especially everything y'all was talking about today. Had some good key points, you know what I'm saying? And I just, my man Mills right here. I'm just waiting, like y'all said, for him to get that Grammy.
That's a fact.
Once everybody step behind the movement
That's a
and
fact,
see what's
man.
going on right here, man. Stand behind something
we
authentic.
gonna bring that home.
All money in, like my nigga Nip said.
That's a
man.
fact.
Yeah. My man Jay.
Shout out to
That's
Jay,
a
man.
fact.
BCNBE, man. We go way back, man.
Facts.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a
But
fact.
Legendary.
Keds, go ahead. What's your Instagram handle real quick? We're
Man,
gonna wrap
I ain't even
up.
gonna say it, man. If I could rap, I sound like Mills Supreme. That's all I'm gonna say. You feel me?
Yo, hold on. I gotta ask
And
this.
Mills, you gotta send me the clean version because I'm
Yeah.
trying to put out the mixtape in 2 weeks.
Oh
so
shit!
please.
All right, so we got all right, we got to do that. And honestly too, I need some damn Christoph Christian
it's my
tour,
brothers, man.
tour, merch.
Man,
Like,
you don't understand, man. That tour gonna be stupid, but
like,
continue, man.
you know.
Phresh, go ahead.
We gonna
man.
talk about it. Go ahead.
Go
man.
ahead. We gotta go.
Yo, Christoph Christian is the page that I'm promoting today. So that's just go follow that CHRISTOFF Christian. ChristopHChristian.com. Stoop Talk merch. Go get that.
Know that.
Church.
Chase, you're up next. What's the handle?
King Chase 718. Name changed yet? Active.
Oh yeah. Yo, were we like 10 weeks in? You ain't changed it yet? All right.
Active. What's yours?
DJ Actor 24/7.
Cause I'm
I should say my second page, but I'm gonna save it for next week. I'm gonna let Christoph Christian know.
All right, whatever.
Such an asshole, man.
All right, and my Instagram handle is LanceBCE. And don't forget, please, if you guys have any topics, any business sponsors, anybody want to, send restaurants, whoever, if you guys want to, contact us, our contact is inquiries@stooptalkpodcast.com. All right. If y'all have any topics y'all want to hear us talk about, same contact, inquiries@stooptalkpodcast.com. And we are also available on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Google Play, Spotify, Apple Music, Stoop Talk Podcast. We are on all major platforms. All right. So please follow, like, comment, the whole 9 yards. That'll help us out a lot. And tune in. We are dropping every Monday, 8 p.m. All right. That's Stoop Talk Podcast. We're signing out. Appreciate y'all. See you next week. All right. Peace.
Used to make time, what a fucking shame. I would trade you for all the diamonds and chains and all the diamonds and rings. Like, hold up.